What up, what up, what up? FST here in the building. Answering some Bears questions for you guys. Let's see if people will get in here. Yo, what's going on? Let me just tweet out the link for you guys. What's good, what's good? I see you guys joining in the comment section. I'm just going to tweet out the link. Yo, what's good? I see you guys, man. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. Let's get everybody in here. So I'm answering Bears questions, man. I haven't done this in a long time. I'm answering any and all Bears questions that you guys have. I thought it was a good time to do it. Again, season's getting closer and closer, so why not, right? Why not? So let me just quickly say, obviously, I'm mainly answering Bears questions, but also I will answer other questions as well if you have general NFL questions. I want to talk about, obviously, the season happening amid this pandemic, but yeah, make sure to put it in here in super chat. If you send me a super chat question, which you can do so just by selecting the super chat option, I will answer your question guaranteed right away. Okay, so make sure you do that if you want your question answered right away for super chat. Okay, so first things first, with regards to the Bears, there's a ton of content on the channel now, and I just want to let you guys know that, again, I am adding more content to the channel. You guys have seen me do more fantasy football videos. You guys have seen me, do other types of videos. I recently did like this tiers video. I just want to let you know the Bears content isn't going anywhere. It's going to still be here. I'm just doing more and more. And I also have a special video coming up next week where I'm collaborating with a couple other YouTubers, by the way, to give you guys a preview of the NFC North, okay? So, yes, absolutely, I will be doing a fantasy league for fans. I do that every year, the official FST Fantasy Football League. I think this year is going to be the third year I'm going to be doing it. I did win it the first year, by the way. Just want to point that out. So, yeah. All right, let's start with the questions here. And, again, make sure if you want your question answered for sure that you submit a super chat, okay, for your question to be answered for sure. Okay, Faiz, what's good? What's good? Carter, Kavan, Greg, appreciate you guys for joining. Do you think the Bears have a better defense than Steelers or 49ers? Yes, I think they can. The Bears, to me, have definitely a top 5 defense, potentially top 3 defense, and they could be the best defense in the NFL. I would definitely put the 49ers up there. The Steelers are up there. Maybe a little bit the Broncos, but yeah, for sure, I think the Bears at their best have the potential to be the best defense in the NFL. Do you think Allen Robinson and David Montgomery are going to be the key offense of the Bears next season? Yes, but if you actually want me to know the key to the Bears offense, it is going to be Matt Nagy. Yeah, I know he's not a player, but that's how important Matt Nagy is. What Matt Nagy decides to do with this team is going to determine how successful the Bears are going to be on offense. If we get 2018 Matt Nagy, oh, baby, it's going to be fireworks in terms of the offense. But if we get 2019 Matt Nagy, it's going to be, not a pretty sight. Ultimately, I think we'll get somewhere in the middle with what Matt Nagy will do, but his play calling is going to be everything. Make a Bears Discord server. Yeah, I thought about that. Maybe it's something I'll look forward to in the future. But for now, definitely you guys can obviously reach out to me. Any questions you guys have, you can always DM me on my Twitter, my Instagram. If you guys aren't following me there, comments on here. I try to answer all of those. So do you know what day training camp starts up? I believe it is July 28th, Bears training camp. Let me just double check here. So, again, guys, if you want to get your question answered for sure, super chat is the way to go. I'm actually looking at my phone right now. When does NFL training camp start? I am pretty sure it is July 28th. Yep, it is July 28th. Can you see that? Right there, July 28th. So today is what, July 12th? So we're getting so close to training camp. I can't wait, folks. And speaking of which, let me just pause right there and talk about this whole COVID-19 pandemic thing, okay? I cannot for the life of me figure out why the heck the NFL is not being more proactive with this. Where is the planning from the NFL, from Roger Goodell and the NFL on how they're going to do testing, tracing, whether or not we're going to have fans in the stadium, whether or not there's going to be a bubble, whether teams are going to play at their home stadiums? Like, we haven't heard anything. Anything. What is the NFL doing? The season literally starts in September, but we have preseason in August, so the season really starts in August, and we're in July. We're less or a little bit more than a month away, and we don't have any of these answers, folks. Why is the NFL just assuming, oh, by the time the season rolls around, things will be different, and we're gonna, just have things go normal? No, we won't. Okay? I saw somebody ask in the comments, will the NFL have fans this year? Folks, I am going on record right here, right now. I don't believe we'll have fans. I don't believe a single arena is going to have fans. Now, the question then begs, what's the point of playing at your home arena, right? If you're not going to have fans, do what the NBA did, make a bubble and don't have a home arena, because what's the point of traveling if there's no fans? Valid point. Here's the only issue that I see. You can lay out a court and you can have multiple courts in the spot. But with football, you need a football stadium, and you need potentially multiple, because you want to have games going on at multiple times of the day. So, or I should say, multiple teams playing at the same time during the day, because Sundays you have multiple teams playing, from noon till 3 till 7. And so where in the country are you going to have a spot where you can have multiple different football stadiums in a close vicinity? It's just not going to happen, right? Is there a spot? I can't even think of it. If you guys know a spot, let me know, in the country right now where there are multiple football fields within the same vicinity. So again, as far as the NFL, I just want them to be more proactive. Where is the plan? What if players want to opt out? What are you going to do then? Okay, the NBA decided they're just going to not pay them, which is great, but they're not penalizing them for sitting out. So again, the NFL is being so ignorant with this pandemic right now. They should literally be preparing for the worst case scenario to have the season happen. And by the way, I still believe the season's happening 99.9%, because money does talk. I'm sorry, that's just the world we live in. Again, safety and health is the number one thing. But again, there's too much money on the line. The NFL's playing. But God damn it, the NFL, get your you-know-what together. I mean, my goodness, okay? Sorry, you just had to go on a rant there for a second. Thoughts on the Redskins changing their name? It's happening. It is happening, folks. The Redskins are changing their name. Now, actually, I read a tweet the other day, by the way, follow me on Twitter, that the Redskins are changing their name within the next 24 to 48 hours. Now, I read that tweet yesterday, so it should have happened now or certainly tomorrow. But it's going to happen. It is going to happen. There's just too much pressure on Daniel Snyder. He is absolutely going to change the name for the Redskins, okay? It's going to happen. As far as what the name is, I couldn't tell you. But I'll tell you this much. The names that I've heard so far, the Washington Red Tails, yeah, no, that's awful. Red Tails, really? No, that's awful. Washington Generals, I don't mind that. The Washington Bullets, yeah, that's not happening. That was the previous name for the Wizards. But yeah, that's happening for sure. They are changing their name. And what are my thoughts on them changing their name? I never liked the Redskins name. I know there's a derogatory terminology with it, with the natives and whatnot, but I never liked the Redskins name. I never liked the Cleveland Indians, the baseball team for Cleveland. I never liked their name either. So to me, again, I just wasn't a fan of it. And so I think it's good for them to change it. Bears are winning the Super Bowl. Hey, Austin, I actually made a video on how the Bears can win the Super Bowl. Go check it out. Now, again, I'm not going to make that proclamation, the Bears winning the Super Bowl this year, because we have a lot of question marks possibly. But hey, crazier things have happened, right? What up, man? What's good? What's good? What do the Bears have to do to win the division? I mean, it's fairly simple in terms of execute the simple things. Okay, run the football more with David Montgomery. Play great defense. and make things simple for the quarterback, no matter who it is, Mitchell Trubisky or Nick Foles. Simplify the offense, execute that, let the defense control it, and have a good running game. I kind of want the Bears to implement the similar strategies the Cowboys did a few years ago with when they went, I think, like 13-3. I think it was Dak Prescott's rookie year. They just ran the football, ball control, wouldn't let the other team get on the field, and they just played good defense. So I think that's what the Bears need to do to win the division, honestly. Who do you think the Bears are going to start? Who do you think is going to start at quarterback from the Bears? Folks, Ellie, come on now. You should know this by now if you don't. That I think it is going to be Mitchell Trubisky. Okay. And by the way, folks, if you want your question answered right away, Super Chat is the way to go. Submit a Super Chat and I will answer it right away. I'm trying to go through the questions, but there is a lot of them. But yes, to answer your question, Mitchell Trubisky is my pick to start. If you need to know why, check out my recent videos. Redskins changing their name? Yes, they are. If you could bring back any former Chicago Bears player, who would be in what position? Walter Payton. It's not close. Walter Payton would literally be the best running back in the NFL right now. And we would actually run the football because people would know we have the greatest running back of all time on our team. And Matt Nagy wouldn't try to get cute. So Walter Payton. Redskins idea names. I told you I'm not good with this, man. If we're talking about, why don't they just pick an animal? Why don't they just pick an animal, right? Like, pick an animal that hasn't been picked yet. Like the NBA did this a couple years ago when the Pelicans got their name, and I hated the Pelicans name, like the New Orleans Pelicans, but it kind of grew on me. I mean, it's an animal, it's a bird, but it is what. Just keep it simple. What's with the Generals? Don't make it anything like that. Just do an animal, okay? I don't know. Washington Tigers, simple enough. Prediction for Khalil Mack stats. I actually did a video on Khalil Mack's season, like outlook. You guys can go check it out in my recent videos. It's all there. Do you think fans will be involved during the season? Derek Lee is asking. No, I don't believe so. I don't think we'll have fans in any capacity in any stadium. Folks, I'm sorry. Like, just look at the numbers and look at the risk here. Okay, the season's going to start in a month. Do you really see things changing in a month? Are we getting a vaccine in a month? Like, I don't see things changing. Cases are going up daily. We know that, there's hotspots now in the South. I just don't see any way the NFL is going to want to risk people to be in the stadium. Now, the one advantage the NFL does have that the other sports don't is fans are so much farther away from the players. So I'm not worried about that. I'm worried about fans emitting the virus within each other. So again, to me, I've heard they might, have fans sign a waiver, but I don't see it. It's too risky. It's too risky. When you're a multi-billion-dollar corporation, you got to lean on the side of being safe rather than sorry. Okay. So there you have it. There with what I think Montgomery will start. Well, yeah, no duh. Was that a prediction? Let's see here. Oh, Super Chat. Should Dieter Iceland be put on active roster? James Holman is asking. I did give a prediction for my 53-man roster here. I'm actually looking something up that you guys can possibly check out that I did do that. But as far as Dieter Iceland, I mean, he's an offensive lineman, and I have no problem with him being on the practice squad. As far as the actual active roster itself, that is tough. Our offensive line right now has a lot of depth. We signed so many people in free agency: Jason Spridge, Jermaine Afidi. You drafted 2 offensive linemen, Latavius Simmons. There's so much depth there that it's difficult for me to say that. So like I said, we'll see. But right now, if I had to answer that, James, I would probably lean towards no. J.R. Webster, do you believe in Mitch, or do you think we tank? There's no chance we tank unless we absolutely suck. Yes, I do believe in Mitch. JR, let me just say this with Mitchell Trubisky, okay? He is the guinea pig for the Bears, the punching bag for the Bears. Every single issue the Bears have, it all gets put on Mitchell Trubisky's shoulders. I don't think he is the worst quarterback in the NFL. I don't think it's close. I think absolutely he needs to improve, but I still believe in Mitchell Trubisky because, like I said, with Mitchell Trubisky, it is very simple. Just use his strengths and you will be fine. Does he have accuracy issues? Yes. Does he, tend to stare down his receivers? Yes. But again, we saw in 2018, I have a season to go off of. I have a good season, I have a bad season. So if you want me to just focus on the bad season, I'm sorry, I can't do that. I have a good season to go off of. In 2018, Mitchell Trubisky had a very solid year. The Bears can literally have Mitch have that same type of year and win a Super Bowl. And by the way, I actually made a video about that. If Cody Parkey makes that kick, what happens? The Bears, I believe, you guys can go check out the video. But basically, the Bears had the potential to go to the Super Bowl that year if, we advance. So I'm just saying. So, yes, JR, I believe in Mitch. There's no chance we tank. This defense alone can win you 6 games. No chance. I got another super chat here that I want to focus on. Thank you, brother. Love the content. Roberto Quinones. Yo, appreciate that, Roberto. Thank you so much for the super chat, man. Again, guys, if you want a question answered right away, super chat. I'm going down the questions, but again, just real quickly, if you guys want to have your question answered right away, super chat. So, should the Bears tank for QB Tyler Lawrence? No, it's too hard to tank in the NFL. I have a Bears channel. How do you get more? I'm assuming you are saying get more views. Listen, just be consistent with the output. You're putting out the content. Just be consistent. Put out content as much as you can and make sure it's good quality content. Bigger impact this year, Tayshaun Gibbs, Montgomery, kind of like Walter Payton. Let's not go that far. Do you think Eddie Jackson's the best safety in the league? I don't think he's the best, absolute best, but he's certainly top 3. Jamal Adams is in that mix. You could put him there. He's top 3 to me. I think Seattle might trade Russell Wilson. Do you think that trade would be a good move? Absolutely. But Seattle's not trading Russell Wilson. Are you kidding me? Seahawks trading Russell Wilson? Where did you guys hear that? That's not happening. If you guys did hear that, let me know. Tweet that link at me because I haven't seen that anywhere. So do you know the Windy City Production? Yes, I do. He is one of my good friends. We are planning on collaborating. It's just so hard with our schedules. I forgot who did it, but I think CBS Sports did something about Russell Wilson in Chicago. If that happened, folks, I mean, tweet me the damn link because I'm not going to even speculate on that. Russell Wilson to me is the second best quarterback in the NFL right now. It's crazy. If the Bears had Russell, we're winning the Super Bowl. What do you think about the Bears' chances of going after Raheem Mostert? I talked about this in a recent video. Look, Raheem Mostert's a solid running back. I don't have a problem with him. I do have a problem with paying running backs, and so that's my main issue with Raheem Mostert. He wants to get paid right now. And, again, I want a guy that's going to be cheap that we can just bring in on free agency on a one-year deal. I don't want somebody that is going to demand money and demand touches because our main guy is David Montgomery. Okay, again, guys, super chat if you want your questions answered right away. Do you think the offensive line is going to be better because they didn't block nothing last year? They will be better because they have a new coaching staff and a new offensive line coach in Juan Castillo. They will be better by scheme, not necessarily by talent. Should we sign the running back from the 49ers? You can't sign him. You have to trade for him. And you're talking about Raheem Mostert. And I right now lean towards no. That could change depending on what it would cost to get him maybe. And, again, what do you have to pay him? I love your ranking videos. Here's an idea. Have you ever thought about ranking every former Bears head coach and see who had a better career? For example, Lovie Smith, Mark Trestman, Mike Ditka, John Fox. Well, I mean, thank you. Appreciate that, Chris, for saying you like my ranking videos. As far as, ranking those coaches, I can rank them for you right now, okay? Lovie Smith, Mark Trestman, Mike Ditka, John Fox. The best coach right there is Mike Ditka. Then it's Lovie Smith. Then it is Mark Trestman. Then it is John Fox. John Fox had no success. Mark Trestman, at least, I think, had one decent year. Lovie Smith, obviously, we got to a Super Bowl with him. And Mike Ditka, obviously, we know what Ditka did for the Bears. Wilson is a waste of money. JR, are you kidding me? That's the second best quarterback in the NFL. Have you already answered a question regarding when live practices will resume? Well, I answered a question about training camp, which is resuming on the 28th of July. So, Washington Warriors. How about the Washington Natives? Washington Warriors. The Warriors are in the NBA, right? Golden State. I don't want the same name. Let's think about something different. Can we think about something different? Washington Natives. Yeah, I don't know. Can't we just do an animal, please? Can we do an animal? Just make it simple, man. With the current political climate, I don't know if that's going to go well. Again, guys, super chat if you want to have your question answered right away. I'm going down this question list. I'm sorry. It's a lot here, but let's see here. Do you believe Mitch Trubisky can bounce back from his first down year last year? I answered this. Yes, I believe he can. Why not use DC now instead of Washington like the DC Generals? They could do that, but I think just because they've been called Washington, I think they'll do that. All stadiums have a seating chart. They can allow season ticket holders to come and reseat them by spreading them out. What you think? I mean, I've heard a lot of teams talk about literally refunding season ticket holders. So to me, again, like I said, I just don't think it's worth it with fans in stadiums. If they can figure out a way to space out everybody, sure. But again, good luck figuring that out because the NFL hasn't put out any sort of a plan. Why didn't we address the offensive line more in the offseason? Folks, this is a question I get a lot. So here's the answer. I believe the Bears thought that their offensive line could return to 2018 levels. I don't believe the Bears think their offensive line is bad. I think they just think they played bad last year. And so how do you address that? You bring in a new coach, you change up the scheme, and instead of adding more talent, you add more depth. Okay, and so I think that's what they're thinking. In 2018, they were pretty decent, so why not? Do you think Allen Robinson is a top 10 receiver? Hell yes. Right off the top of my head. Julio Jones, Michael Thomas, DeAndre Hopkins, Devontae Adams, Kenny Galladay. Who else is there? I mean, Allen Robinson is definitely a top 10 receiver. Are you kidding me? He has potentially top 5. Here's the question I have. When the NFL does have a game, are they just going to do two-hand touch since players can't really touch each other because of social distancing? No, that's not going to happen. They're going to have players able to tackle. It's going to be normal. It's going to be everything that we are used to. It's just that players are going to get tested. By the way, did you guys hear about the stupid rule the NFL is putting where they can't exchange jerseys after the game? Like, what? I can literally tackle a guy, literally put my sweat on him, literally have my spit go on him, but I can't exchange jerseys with him after the game. Like, this is the kind of incompetency I'm talking about with the NFL. Get your ish together, NFL, please. Again, guys, make sure to submit a super chat to get your question answered. I got another super chat right here. Okay. From Eric Villanueva. Thank you, Eric, for the super chat. What do you think about Darnell Mooney, steal or no? I liked the Darnell Mooney pick. Absolutely did. My only problem with Darnell Mooney is he's not going to get as much playing time this year. So, Eric, check this out. These are the guys ahead of Darnell Mooney. You got Allen Robinson. Obviously, you got Anthony Miller. Okay, then our third receiver, I believe, is going to be Ted Ginn Jr. Okay, then you have Riley Ridley, our draft pick from 2 years ago. Then you have Jawan Wims. Okay, who I think is an undrafted free agent. So that's 5 guys, and then you have Darnell Mooney. Now, he's definitely going to make the roster, but for Darnell Mooney to get playing time, I believe one of those guys have to get hurt. So I just don't think he sees the field this year. But as far as potential for the future, yes, I like him. He's a speedster. He's exactly what we needed in terms of, us adding speed to this roster. Okay, and so Ted Ginn Jr. is pretty much just an older version of him, and that's why he's probably going to get more playing time. But yes, I loved the Darnell Mooney pick. I think he's going to be fairly solid. Again, super chat for answering questions. Let me scroll back here where I was to make sure that I am answering everybody's question. Does Jesper Horsett have a future with the Bears? Maybe practice squad, but he's not getting playing time. We got Jimmy Graham. We got Cole Kmet this year who are going to get all the playing time. Washington Redhawks. Not bad. It is an animal, right? Birds are animals, right? This is better than the other ones. Okay, I'll take that one, Rocky. Do you think Allen Robinson is a top 10 receiver? Because ESPN asked 30 reporters who they thought were the top 10 receivers, and Robinson's got 0 votes. Yes, I did see that. You know what? I'm actually going to make a video about that. Thank you for bringing that up. Allen Robinson is a top 10 receiver. What do you think about the addition? With the addition of Robert Quinn, do you think the Bears are the best defense in the NFL? Yes, I do believe so. 49ers are up there. Saints are a very good defense. But I believe the Bears have the most potential. Yes, I do believe so. Why didn't you like the Cole Kmet pick on first reaction? I think only because I was not expecting them to go tight end. I would have loved the Cole Kmet pick, and don't get me wrong, I still like it, but I would have loved it if we didn't sign Jimmy Graham. The Jimmy Graham signing ruined the Cole Kmet pick for me because I just knew Cole Kmet's not going to get on the field as much as he should. And right now, unless it's 2 tight end sets, he's not going to get on the field as much. What do you think about Purple OTW Vikings YouTuber? I think I've heard of him. He seems like a great guy, man. I got no issues with him. I'd love to collab if in the future. Does having no fans impact teams having home field advantage? Well, it's so interesting because I thought about this. If you have no fans, I mean, there is no home field advantage, right? Because nobody's cheering for you. But think about it like this. This favors veterans over rookies. This favors quarterbacks like Ryan Fitzpatrick, quarterbacks like Tyrod Taylor. Why? Because if they end up sucking, then you're not going to have fans booing them to bring in the rookie quarterback like a Justin Herbert, like a Tua Tagovailoa. So in that instance, I believe it favors veterans. But as far as impacting home field advantage, there is no home field advantage. So yes, it impacts it because there is no home field advantage. Should the Bears go after Russell Wilson? Folks, where's this Russell Wilson news coming from? Send me the damn link. I'm not seeing this anywhere because if Russell Wilson is on the trading blocks, the Seattle Seahawks are the dumbest organization in the NFL for thinking about even trading Russell Wilson. And yes, I would love the Bears to have Russell Wilson. Again, super chat for me answering questions. Submit a super chat if you want it answered right away. Let's see here. What else we got here? Big fan. Appreciate that. Real question, your opinion on if we should cut Cohen and pick up a dual threat running back. All Leonard Floyd sucks. If we should cut Tariq Cohen, no, I don't think so. Pick up a dual threat running back, yeah, I believe we can do that now. I know there's a couple of guys on the waiver wire. Devontae Freeman's still out there. You still got Lamar Miller. Yeah, I think you can still add a guy to the roster right now without cutting Tariq Cohen. Tariq Cohen brings such a dynamic aspect to this team that he still has a place on the roster. It's just all about how you use him, and they just didn't use him right last year. Let's see here. I've called out your page because I'm a huge fan. Give me a shout out, man. Randy Brodniks. There you go, man. There's your shout out. Appreciate that. How do you think Matt, Quinn, and the D-line will perform this year? Will there be more sacks, hurries, and zero stops? More sacks for sure. My bold prediction is 25 or more sacks between Robert Quinn and Khalil Mack. More hurries as well, obviously, if you're going to have more sacks. Because just think about it. You have somebody opposite Khalil Mack who's actually going to get pressure, as opposed to Leonard Floyd, who couldn't get any pressure. And so Khalil Mack had to do everything himself, and he was getting double and triple teams. And in the secondary, you got Eddie Jackson and Tayshaun Gibson and Kyle Fuller. So good luck to opposing offenses. Talk about the Mitch training. Well, I talked about that a little bit on my Instagram page, that, Mitchell Trubisky's been working very hard. And I talked about the fact that Mitchell Trubisky's arm was apparently, structurally imbalanced. I made a whole video about that. You guys can go check that out. Do we have cap space for O-line help? I believe we have some cap space. I'm not sure exactly how much. Let me double check on that. Again, super way as I'm scrolling down to answer as many questions as I can. Do you think the playoffs? Yes, I have them making the playoffs this year as a wild card. Do we need another running back? Yes, we do need another running back. We do, because if David Montgomery gets hurt, we're screwed. Okay? Tariq Cohen can't handle 20 carries a game. We need another running back. I'm not trusting Ryan Nall. Washington Feds. That's a funny one. Hail the chat. Yes, I love you guys in the chat, man. Bear down. Keep the questions coming. I'm going to be here for a little bit longer. This is the longest chat I've done, man. I'm having a blast here with you guys. Appreciate that, man. I thought we would have addressed the O-line first in the draft. Yes. That's another reason I was surprised by the Cole Kmet pick, because I thought we were going to go O-line, but we didn't go O-line till this last round, till the 7th round. Are you kidding me? Kmet or Jimmy? Cole Kmet. Jimmy Graham's washed up. What do you think our number 2 corner is going to be? Kevin Tolliver, Artie Burns, Buster Screen, or Jalen Johnson? I believe it will be Jalen Johnson. I think he's the most talented guy, and if he stays healthy, knock on wood, he is going to win that job. Do you play Madden 21? Yes, I do play Madden. I have not copied Madden 21, but I will. Would you like to see the Bears bring J.J. Watt to Chicago? We don't need to improve this defense anymore, folks. It's loaded. Let's improve this offense. Do you think Cordell Patterson will be used more in the offense this season? Potentially, but if he's getting lined up as a running back or a receiver, I'm not with it. Again, guys, super chat for me to answer your questions. Let's see here. Simmons or Hambright make the roster or both. I think both have a chance to make the roster, honestly, but I'm going to lean Latavius Simmons. Do you think David Montgomery has potential to be a top 10 running back this year? Yeah, David Montgomery, man, I love him. Top 10 might be a little too much, probably top 15, but he's got the talent. It's not about the talent at all. Rotate Mooney with Quinn, yes. We got to at least have one burner on the field at all times. What are your thoughts on Mitch's offseason work in the unbalanced in his shoulder that has been fixed? Yeah, I talked about this in a video, folks, with Mitchell Trubisky and the fact that, they said that his throwing arm was imbalanced. I think that's a big issue. It's probably leaning to his lack of accuracy, and I'm glad he got it fixed. Here's the thing, guys. Okay. Here's the thing with Mitch. Mitch says all the right things. He does all the right things. He's a good kid. He's a good guy. And honestly, it's refreshing to have a guy that actually cares about Chicago, wants to be here, and does all the right things. You look at the other quarterbacks out there, man, like a Baker Mayfield, a guy like that who's, very outspoken, who very opinionated. And I'm not saying these are bad things, but when we're talking about your quarterback, I like guys that are just grinders. And Mitch seems like a grinder. Now, his problem is all up here. This is Mitch Trubisky's problem, because you can't tell me he doesn't have the talent, or else he wouldn't have gotten drafted number 2 overall. The talent is there. It's all up here. He's not as confident. His issue is he is not confident in his abilities, and he is not doing – he's not been able to put the absolute mental capability with the physical traits, right? He can do everything, but mentally he thinks he can't. And so it's all up here. It's all in his head. And if he figures that out, man, just telling you, just watch out if he ever figures that out. But that's his only issue. The only demise for Mitchell Trubisky is the fact that mentally he's weak. That's it. Take a look at a guy like Jay Cutler, man. Okay, here's the thing. So a lot of Bears fans thought I hated Jay Cutler when he was our quarterback, and I was not a Jay Cutler fan. I really wasn't. And my issue with Jay Cutler was similar, right? He had all the talent in the world, but he just didn't care. So for me, if I'm dealing with somebody that doesn't care, I hate it. Because at the end of the day, if you don't care about getting better, if you don't care about the team, if you don't care about winning, if you don't care, we can't work. I'm sorry. You have to be able to care. So at least Mitch cares. Yeah, he might not be very good, and he's working on that, and mentally he's weak, but at least he cares, and I can live with that. I can't live with the guy who doesn't care. And that's what Jay Cutler's biggest problem was. Win, lose, or draw, Jay Cutler didn't give a crap. He'd go back home, live his damn life. And I'm not saying that's bad in general for the normal person, but when you're the quarterback of an NFL franchise, you have to care. You have to care. That's what was my biggest problem with Jay Cutler. Okay, guys, going to be in here just for a little bit longer, man. So super chat if you want me to answer anything right away, man. So I'm loving this, by the way. I'm enjoying this. If you guys want me to do this more, let me know. And make sure you're following me on all my socials to know when I'm going live, because YouTube sound kind of weird sometimes, man. They sometimes notify you guys when I go live. Sometimes they don't. But please let me know and submit a super chat if you want the question answered right away. What do you think about Jalen Johnson? I thought he was a great pick. He just needs to stay healthy. Let's see here. When is Allen Robinson getting a contract extension? That's very interesting. I actually am not sure about this. I don't know what the Bears are waiting on, but they need to extend Allen Robinson. I want him here for a long time. So I'm going to actually try to figure out why the hell the Bears haven't extended him. My gut feeling right now is just because of, obviously the pandemic right now, and, a million things are on people's minds, but they need to absolutely extend him. Are we going to trade for Mostert? I don't believe so. Packers suck. I mean, not going to get any arguments from me, but realistically in real life, they don't suck. They're a good football team. Just saying. Do you believe Trubisky will become the Bears franchise quarterback? I hope so. Right now, leaning towards no with what we've seen. Do you think we'll ever see another D like the 85 Bears? Man, doubt it. That was a all-time team. You just don't see teams like that. That's why they come once in a while. Hit the like button. Yes, hit the damn like button, man. and super chat for me to answer questions here for you guys. I'm skeptical with Miller being our number 2 wide receiver. Why? I like Anthony Miller. I mean, he's been a little injury prone, sure, but he's got all the talent in the world. I think Anthony Miller is going to be solid this year. He's got the talent to be a number 2 receiver. Didn't Russell Wilson sign a 5-year extension last year, a couple of years ago? Yes, he did. But I did hear rumor that Chicago was interested. It was going to be Russell Wilson in Seattle Seahawks going. Folks, I have not heard about this rumor at all, so I can't speculate at all. If they fire Matt Nagy, who do you think the Bears pick as their head coach? I can't answer that right now, guys. I mean, that's just so far out that it's hard for me to think of. What would it take for Matt Nagy to get fired? The Bears would have to go like something like 13-3. Oh, sorry, 13-3. No, he get an extension at that point. 3-13, 3-13, 4-12. If they have a record, something like that. That's the only way I see him getting fired. Should the Bears sign Aaron Rodgers if he leaves Green Bay since they drafted QB Love? I mean, I would love Aaron Rodgers on the Bears as long as he's not washed up. So if it's in like 5 years, no. But if it's like next year, yeah. But that's not happening. Okay, super chat. Any more super chat, guys, for me to answer questions right away? Do you want Foles or Trubisky? I want Trubisky. Come on now, you guys should know this. See here. By the way, have you guys grabbed my fantasy football course yet? Because I'm telling you, that and my DFS course, it's going to be game changers. Answered right away. But I don't want to just blast it for you guys, but I'm telling you, with sports coming back, this is going to be great for you guys to win your leagues and also in DFS to win money. Because I do this a lot. This is all part of what I do. So I put a lot of work into those courses, man. The links are always in the description for all my latest videos, but you're going to want to grab that. And a couple of you guys that already bought it, I appreciate you guys that did. They actually reached out to me and said they loved it. They loved it. They're going to grab the other courses if they haven't already. But yeah, thank you so much, guys, for if you have grabbed the course, thank you so much. If you haven't, please do so. I'm telling you, you guys are going to love it. And I try to make it very affordable for you guys. And if you guys want to be an affiliate for the course, so you guys can, promote it, let me know. I can make you guys do that as well. We'll sweep the Packers. I don't think so. I have them going 1-1. Should we trade Mac while he still has value for good picks? Not yet. No, I don't think so. You don't trade a Hall of Fame player like Khalil Mack. Come on now. He's not washed up or anything like that. You need merch. I do need merch. I will be coming out with merch. Look, I'm definitely going to be coming out with hats. As far as T-shirts yet. But if you guys are interested in merch, man, let me know. I will definitely look for you. Okay. Seeing if I missed any other questions, any other super chat questions. Let me ask you guys this. Have you guys been enjoying the content I've been putting out? Because I know, you guys usually just follow me for Bears news, but there's so much other stuff that I like talking about. What I see FaizSportsTalk becoming is like an epicenter of, pretty much NBA, NFL news, but there's going to be a focus on Bears-related stuff and Bulls-related because I will never abandon that because I'm from Chicago and those are my local teams. But, again, I'm trying to expand the brand a little bit. That's why I talk about fantasy football. That's why I talk about DFS. I'm trying to appeal to everybody. I have a Bulls video coming out soon. I've got more Bears stuff coming out. I've got more NFL fantasy football videos coming out. So I hope you guys are happy. I hope, you guys are enjoying the content, man. But let me know. Unfortunately, I do have the Packers winning, but only by a game. I have the Packers going 11-5 and the Bears going 10-6. But again, very close. Let's see here. You're the best, homie. Hey, man, appreciate that. I love this format. Yeah, thank you, guys. Thank you so much. Again, this content's never going to go anywhere. I'm just going to continually add more stuff right now. I'm posting daily videos. It might become 2-3 videos a day. So don't, get sad that I'm not posting Bears content because it will come. Just because I'm posting other content doesn't mean it's going to take away from this. So as the NBA season draws closer now, I'm going to focus a little bit more on NBA content as well. So just letting you guys know, DFS, I'll talk more about daily fantasy sports. And then as football season comes closer, folks, I can't wait. I mean, that's going to be all about football and fantasy football. So just letting you guys know that, okay? Let's see here. Do you know Tom Drossi? I do. I do know Tom Drossi. He's a Packers YouTuber, right? Patcast is what his, I think, podcast is called. He's a great guy. I've watched his videos. I'd love to collaborate with him. Let's see here. Any other questions? Which free agent running back should the Bears sign? I don't mind Devontae Freeman. I think he'd be a great fit. Lamar Miller wouldn't be bad as well. There's a couple of guys out there. But, yeah, guys. So, again, let me know last minute super chat questions. But I really did appreciate this. I'm trying to do more lives. I'm thinking about doing one every week. But I was actually going to do one more when the season rolls around. But I'm going to definitely try to get to more lives, man. But really do appreciate you guys. I'll probably ask you guys a question on when the best time to go live is, but I will definitely be going live more. Make sure you're following me on my Twitter and my Instagram to know when I do this stuff. So, again, just stay tuned for it. So, a couple more questions here. Offensive line, all they do is block. They're the only position that don't collect statistics. 2 questions. How do you evaluate the talent of an offensive lineman? And 2 thoughts about the Bears' offensive line. Let me answer your second question first. The Bears' offensive line to me is average to below average. I don't think they're anything phenomenal, but I don't think they're the worst offensive line. I think like the Rams' offensive line is worse and stuff like that. So I think they're an average offensive line trending towards below average. How do you evaluate the talent of an offensive lineman? Well, obviously, it's difficult because, like you mentioned, the stats aren't there as much, but I'm just looking at as many stats as I can. And I'm looking at if they're doing the proper job, what the scheme calls up for, what the play calls for, and so that's really what I'm looking forward to. You need to collaborate with Sports Spirit. I'm doing a collaboration video next week. You guys will enjoy that. I'll let you know when it comes up. Sundays, again, until football starts, and Saturdays. Yeah, I'll probably do Sunday lives, probably training camp starting July 28th, guys. Get ready. So, really appreciate you guys, man, checking in, and I will be back with lives shortly again. So thank you so much.